do sculpture and actually get paid for it. So I decided maybe special effects might be that avenue. So Jamie Heineman, the guy with the brain, he's got a special effects shop, and I decided I was going to intern for him. And my first day interning was the first day Mythbusters started filming. So I just kind of ended up very, very lucky walking into the right place at the right time. And I helped out with an episode and it seemed to work really well. And so I just kept coming back until they decided to keep me.
Now go ahead and tell them what you did on your first day in order to, get the gig.
Well, Jamie told me that they needed to, they were doing a myth about a woman who had a lot of girth. And she got stuck on an airplane toilet because she flushed before she stood up and the suction held her down. And so they needed a female derriere, and I told them that, okay, they could take a 3D scan. I mean, this is a cable show that no one's ever going to see, so whatever. And they gave me $100. Now it's the first term. You Google me, that's the first thing that comes up. My butt, so.
Did you get stuck?
No, we actually made a mold for the 3D image. No, actually there are a lot of cracks around the edge. There's not going to be any sort of vacuum seal that's going to pull you into the toilet, so don't worry, sit on the seat.
Just to clarify, after they scanned Kari's butt, they had to enlarge it. So it wasn't just relaxed. And they had to enhance it with wrinkles and other things.
Dimples. So I looked at a lot of models from the internet to try to figure out exactly how to make it more realistic.
Right, what about you?
I had actually already been working in special effects at Industrial Light and Magic. I did a lot of the Star Wars movies and Indiana Jones, things like that. And I had met Jamie through Robot Wars, which was another thing where every week the robots fight each other in a sort of arena. So Jamie would hire me at night and on weekends when I wasn't working for Island to come work for him at his special effects shop. We did a bunch of commercials like Tiger Woods' Talking Tiger Puppet, and there's a vacuum cleaner that chases Dave Chappelle around for his Pepsi and then sucks his pants off. So after that,
I don't remember that commercial. It sucks your pants off?
yeah. Okay, so it's like a little robotic vacuum, right? And it sees him, it's got a little eye, it sees him with his Pepsi, and he goes, oh, you want this, and so he starts teasing him, and it like follows him around, and it chases him around the apartment, and finally it tracks him down, and takes his pants off.
You don't have that thing in the shop, do you?
No, it's at home. Anyway,
next.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Jamie called and said, Adam and I worked on the show, and I think you should audition. Actually, I turned him down the first time because I had just done another show called Junkyard Wars, which was a reality show.
Has anybody seen it? Junkyard Wars?
Cool, yeah. I was like, no more reality TV, and I haven't worked on, the final episode of the Star Wars prequel trilogy yet, thus fulfilling my childhood ambition. And so the second time he called after Scotty left the show, I decided to try something different. And actually I worked with both Adam and Tori at ILM for several years. So it seemed like a natural fit. Got the audition, and there you go. Rest is history.
Well, actually, the best part though is that we were still new, but the Discovery wanted us to have sort of a hip host because Scott was pretty cool. So they, after hiring Grant, asked if maybe he would kind of switch up his style a little bit. And Grant was like, "Well, what are you talking about? You want me to do a makeover? Like new clothes? Like what are you talking about?" So to give him a demonstration of what they were talking about, they sent some pictures to him. They sent him a picture of Colin Farrell, Brad Pitt, and some
Yeah. Our executive producer got wind of it. He's like, no, absolutely not. You hired the Uber nerd. You should deal with the consequences.
Gel in his hair and did the whole weird makeup. That was bizarre.
Yeah. So there you go.
So speaking of interesting looks, has Jamie ever shaved his mustache?
No.
Pictures of non-mustache Jamie.
I've seen pictures of him that go back decades where he's wearing the same shirt. Like Smurfette's Closet style. Just every single day. Black beret, white shirt, gray pants. Sometime actually, like I think mid-season 2, he started to get a little bit of that big head movie starness, and he changed from black boots to red Converse. That was crazy.
That was after Escape from Alcatraz, because they both had to wear the Converse, and so he decided to keep them. But yeah, he definitely, I'm fairly certain he has a different beret for every day of the week. So I'm feeling a little off today. I wore Tuesday by mistake. But Adam has said that he has a picture of Jamie without the mustache. But, you know,
he was 5, but...
but he was created in the lab, and so, yeah, the mustache just part from the beginning.
Okay, so a lot of the show, you blow things up. That's like the coolest thing. So what's the biggest thing you've ever blown up on the show? The most sort of like gratifying explosion?
We just had a really good explosion, and maybe my favorite explosion is always the last one we did because it's most recent in my mind. But we did a myth. We're doing Shark Week again, and we were doing myths about sharks. One of them has come from the movie Deep Blue Sea. Box office hit. Anybody see
Sam Jackson?
LL Cool J. I mean, classic. Really well written. Great special effects. Anyway, at the end of the movie, a shark blows up. And so we tested, the circumstances and how they did it, blah, blah, all the regular Mythbusters stuff. But then we got to actually strap 400 pounds of explosives on the shark underwater and just let it go. We had to be pretty far back, and water explosions are actually more dangerous because anything touching the water will die within 30 days. And so, it's all very exciting. We had a quarry lake where there were no fish, and
anymore.
The water tower that came from this explosion totally ruined the episode for you, but it was so cool. We reached so far into the sky that I don't think we even have a camera shot of it where you can see the top of it.
Yeah. If you've seen we did another similar one called Surfing the Dynamite, and we exploded the dynamite package into the lake, and with the swimming robot. And
the swimming robot, Kari Grant.
By the way, I'm not building an army of robotic creatures to take over the world.
No, they're just little friends, just like you.
I do, my own friend. You're allowed, if you got that reference, thank you. But it's twice as big as that explosion. It's a huge amount of explosive. Bigger than the cement truck. Which, if you ask people, they're like, what's your favorite episode? 8 out of 10 people are like, cement truck. So, hopefully we'll have a new favorite.
Wait, what is that reference?
Blade Runner.
Oh.
I make my friends.
I should have known that.
All right, do we have any questions from the audience? Who we got that? Step on up to the microphone.
Hi.
It's great to see you guys. It's like my favorite show on Discovery. Has anyone ever been seriously injured on set? I mean, not just a bruise or scrape, but something like that needed like ambulance or to go to the hospital?
Yeah, we've